controversial solo art show by Hunter Biden opened in Soho just days after a GOP congressman publicly asked Attorney General Merrick Garland to appoint a special prosecutor to investigate Biden's art sales. Molly Lyon is live from New York City with details. Hi, Molly.
Hello. The artist, Hunter Biden, perhaps best known for being the son of the President of the United States, as you mentioned, has a new solo art show. The gallerist, George Burgess, confirms that Hunter's work, it's up, it's on display. Hunter Biden's wife was photographed by the New York Post, popping into the freshly revealed space where his paintings are hanging, reportedly offered for anywhere from $75,000 to $500,000. Biden's flourishing new art venture has drawn intense scrutiny from Republicans who fear the high-priced paintings could be bought by people or entities seeking to influence or curry favor with President Joe Biden. GOP Congressman Ken Buck pressed Attorney General Merrick Garland last week on this very issue, ironically comparing the price of Hunter Biden's work to famous classical pieces by Monet and Degas. He's calling for a special counsel to investigate.
That in 2019, Hunter Biden couldn't find a gallery to list his art. And what happened in 2020 that changed all that? His dad became president of the United States. Now, a single piece of art from Hunter Biden sells for more than the average American home.
As potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars could be funneled to Hunter Biden through his art sales, the White House has sought to reassure critics, arguing buyers will remain anonymous except to the gallerist and that Hunter himself will not discuss anything related to the selling of art. Now, Hunter's first pop-up show out in California drew celebrities and political figures, so we are waiting to see if we will see some famous faces come to this latest endeavor here in New York. Mike?
Very interesting. Molly Lyon, thanks so much. Joining us now to discuss is GOPAC Chairman David Avella and Fox News contributor Leslie Marshall. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Hey, how you doing, Mike?
David, let's start with Hunter Biden's artwork. Why should people care?
Well, they should care because there's always the chance for malfeasance and corruption to occur. Having said that, Mike, every family member of a president of the United States deserves to make a living. In this particular case, where the vigilance is needed is to make sure that it doesn't give people undue influence within the Biden administration. Now, the good news for Hunter is, given the FBI under Merrick Garland, as long as he's not protesting school board meetings, he's probably not going to get investigated. So he's well to make his living, I suppose.
Leslie, aren't there influence concerns about who may be buying Hunter Biden's artwork and what they may be trying to do?
You know, I think it's interesting. We've had presidents and children of presidents making a living, selling things, people buying things since long before any of us were born. But because it is Hunter Biden and Joe Biden's son, and Republicans find it a good talking point, even though voters don't care about it at all across the board. It doesn't even rank top 30 in topics. That's why we're discussing it. I mean, you know, honestly, you know, until everyone in this country, Hunter Biden, any of the Trump children, are innocent until proven guilty. If there is an investigation, that can still continue, and Hunter can still continue to sell his artwork. And it doesn't matter, you know, if, you know, because nobody's going to care about Hunter Biden's artwork if Joe Biden isn't president. This is the concern, is the access to the president, right? But there have been, you know, just in the last administration, the Trump children making a living. So there's always going to be that risk in a sense. And certainly there may very well be an investigation, David. I disagree with you. The liberals are not happy with Merrick Garland. He's taken a pass on some things to investigate Trump over. But at the end of the day, I would agree with David that Hunter Biden or any child of a president can earn a living. And of course, unless anybody stops him from doing that or proves otherwise, that's a problem with this president and presidency. Let it go forward.
All right, to another red-hot topic, vaccine mandates. Here is CDC Director Rochelle Walensky from Fox News Sunday today. David, is she correct?
Well, mentors more than mandates are going to be effective in getting the rates to continue to rise. We're on a good path, Mike, and we're now down to just 12% of Americans who say they're not going to get the vaccine, whether it be distrust in government, what they're being told, whether it be personal religious exemptions, that we're getting that percentage down. We need to continue to encourage vaccinations. It is the best way to conquer this COVID epidemic, and the good news also is that as we get more and more data, more older Americans are being vaccinated, and those are the most susceptible to falling to death under COVID, whereas your younger, 18 to 29, are the group least vaccinated and also the least chance of dying from COVID. Not surprising, given they are all young 18 to 29-year-olds are the ones least likely to have health insurance. They're also the ones who don't go to the doctor. Those who feel they are impervious to health. As we get a little older, though, we know taking care of ourselves is really important.
A dear and world-class colleague, Neil Cavuto, is immune-compromised and is battling COVID. He made this passionate plea today. Leslie, your thoughts?
Neil is absolutely right. This isn't, it shouldn't be political. Seat belts, okay, that aside. Polio, got polio? No, we don't. Smallpox, no, we don't. Why? We got vaccines and we got vaccinated and we need to get vaccinated. The mandates have looked at the numbers. The mandates have not just encouraged, but in a sense forced some people to think differently and to put politics aside because they want to fly or they want to keep their job or they want to go to a certain, concert. Last night, my kids texted me and they said, Mom, my husband covers for some professional teams. Hockey was one last night, and as a physician. And my kids were going into the hockey game. And they're like, "Mom, we can't enter unless we have proof of our vaccines," which I have on my phone. So I'm sending this last night. They get to go, to the game. Look, it's better for everyone involved. And we say everyone, not just the person being vaccinated, but as Neil so rightly pointed out, people around us. Because a lot of times, Mike, we don't know if we're vulnerable unless we're a certain age group. We don't know all the time if we have an underlying health condition until we're faced with a health condition. And David, to your point about the younger people, yes, death is the worst thing, but there are other things that are very bad from this, which are ask a long hauler, difficulty with fatigue, great fatigue, difficulty with motor skills, difficulty with respiratory issues, and we're seeing that among some younger adults and some young children as well. So the mandates, I think, are a good idea, and I think it's very sad that we've made this political. Either side, quite frankly. This is a medical issue. This is a health issue. We are all in this together. We are all connected. And if we truly believe that, you know what? We've got to get vaccine, if not to help ourselves, but to help our fellow men and women.
All right. The two of you brought your A game today. Leslie Marshall, David Avella, thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you, Mike. You too.